Hey guys, and welcome back to another tech suit review. Today we've got another long awaited product and another one of Arena's 2020 power skin range, the Carbon Core FX, the true successor to the Carbon Flex. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. Interesting. Anyhow, before we get any further in the video, I do just want to say if you are watching my videos and enjoying them, please could you take the time to press the subscribe button so that you can stay tuned to all my future uploads. And if you do like this video, please can you press a like right away, because it really does help me get the channel out to more viewers. So as you know, Arena released the Carbon Glide and the Carbon Core FX jammers this year, which basically replaced in the lineup the Carbon Flex and Carbon Ultra. The only surviving model was last year's release, the Carbon Air Squared. Unlike the Carbon Glide, which comes in a cool little clamshell case, we went back to the sort of old traditional Arena carbon power skin boxes that we've had for a few years now, but we do get the new eco-friendly blue pouch for the suit inside, which I'm a big fan of. I'm not gonna lie, I was extremely excited about this suit because it's not only Arena's dedicated sprint suit, but it seems like a model that sort of goes back to their roots with the Carbon Pro. And I was a big fan of the old school Carbon Pro, the first in the Power Skin Carbon series, the first tech suit to feature carbon fiber within the textile material. And it was just a hugely compressive suit. It was tough to get on and it just felt great for sprints. And nothing really Arena have done since then has really vibed with me the same way that this did. Now I remember when I was talking to Arena about a year and a half ago, I remember saying to them, I'd love to see you either re-release the Carbon Pro or evolve it. Maybe keep the same awesome compression and material that this had, and maybe add some Upkick support with some hamstring taping on the back, maybe twin hamstring taping, like I really like with some other models out there, and potentially add dual layering for a little bit of extra buoyancy. So when Arena first started showing this off, and it seemed to be exactly what I'd said, it was the same awesome carbon fiber material, the same 52% nylon, 47% elastane, 1% carbon fiber textile material that I was such a huge fan of in the Carbon Pro. And they've done just exactly what I'd said. They put 2 strips of hamstring taping on the back of the suit for some Upkick support, for some extra buoyancy, for some extra lift in the water. And I really did think that this could be it. This could be the Arena suit I've been waiting for all along. So although it does in their lineup replace the Carbon Flex, I would say this is a bit of a mix between the Carbon Pro and the Carbon Flex. It has sort of best of both worlds, and it does have some of the same or some similar sort of taping sort of layout as the Carbon Flex, but it does seem to have more in common with the Carbon Pro. Now, that's not to say it's exactly the same as either of the suits, and for a start, the cut is very different. This is actually a slightly higher waisted suit than both the Flex and the Pro. And while I said in the Carbon Glide video, I would rather that Arena released a high-waisted suit and a low-waisted version of every single one of their models, I must say I'm a big fan of how this suit fits with this little bit higher waist and the additional coverage enabling a little bit of extra support. There's a few other things I really do like about the Carbon Core as well. The colorways is another one. I really like the black version I've got with the gold Arena font and the grey taping, but there is also a blue version with a red Arena logo and red taping on the back, and I think the blue they've used and the red taping really give it some pop, and that's a really cool looking suit if you ask me. The other thing is that this is a lot cheaper than the Carbon Glide, which I think at £310 is, well, a little bit over the top if you ask me. This is still expensive, it's not a cheap suit by any means, but at £230 for a flagship level suit, I think is more in line with what today's market says. Do I agree with how expensive jammers are? Probably not, but this is absolutely more in line with what the market is doing anyhow. For now, I think it's time to whack this suit on and talk a little bit about how I found the performance. So I've got the Carbon Core FX on. It is a size 28, which is the same size as I've worn in the Carbon Ultra, the Carbon Flex, the Carbon Pro, and a size above what I wear in the Carbon Air and Air Squared. Now, as I said earlier in the video, the Carbon Pro was a suit that took forever to put on, and I remember ripping my knuckles and having to have my mates wedging me into it just to get it up over my hips. and this does go on particularly easy. Maybe I shouldn't be complaining about a suit going on easy, but even though the materials are the same, I don't know, maybe it's just something about the way the suit is cut, makes it not feel as compressive and as tight as the Carbon Pro, which I remember just being this cage of support for your legs. That's not to say this isn't a compressive suit. It is without doubt a highly compressive suit, one that is optimal for sprinting and one that makes you feel locked in. Arena say it's their most compressive suit on the market right now, and that is without doubt a fact. This is much more compressive than the Carbon Glide and even the Carbon Air. And if you are someone who wants compression in your suit, then you won't be disappointed. It's just the Carbon Pro I still feel had a level above again. But maybe that's just my memory playing tricks on me. Again, like the Carbon Glide, this is a completely different cut to all the other Arena suits, and it seems interesting they keep doing this. This definitely sits a little bit higher than any of the previous Arena models I've reviewed, and I like it. I am an avid fan of high-waisted tech suits, and this is definitely getting closer to sort of where the Mizuno sits and the Speedo high-waisted sits, although it's not obviously as high as the Vendo high-waist, which is literally on the belly button. But it feels really good, feels really locked in. Even on the back of the suit, it sits very high up over my hips. That supports your lower back. I think we need to talk about the taping of the suit because, as you know, this is something that I feel like any sprint suit absolutely needs on today's market. Now, seeing as the Carbon Core is a single layer tech suit, the taping is on either side of it. When you compare that to something like the Mizuno GX Sonic series, taping is solely on the inside of the suit and can't even be seen from the outside of the suit, which is the second layer. For some reason, and I don't know why this is the case, I feel like the suits with just the internal taping are a lot more effective than on the Carbon Core. That's not to say I can't feel my legs being lifted up as they kick upwards. That's not to say I can't feel that this suit is very buoyant compared to the other Arena models in existence. But I still don't think it's the snappiest suit, especially off the walls and in my underwater, that's currently on the market. I was also a little bit disappointed in the water retention of this suit. If you were to spray water on it, it beads up, it repels water as any other model on the market would. But every time I've got out of the pour in this suit, it seems to just hold water like nothing else. And again, this is not something I remember experiencing with other Arena suits in the past. If you remember me talking about it in my Carbon Glide video, I couldn't believe how quickly it dried. And this seems to just stay wet between races. And I don't quite know why this is, but it is something that has been apparent to me. Overall, I do like a lot about the Carbon Core. It's not as expensive as the Carbon Glide. It looks extremely cool, especially in that blue colorway that they have released. And it's the most compressive Arena suit on the market right now, and you do feel the effects of the twin taping on the hamstrings. That being said, there are a few things that I wish or potentially hope would be a little bit better. The water repellency and the water retention more so, I definitely think could have been improved. And even though the compression is great, I still believe that the Carbon Pro was higher in that regard, and that's what I really hoped for when I got this suit. Secondly, while I do like that they've implemented some hamstring support, I do think that having the back of a suit dual layered with just the internal layer having that hamstring support does provide the best buoyancy and upkick support towards the end of the race and off the walls in a tech suit today. And I could see this suit being advanced even further by having a second layer on the outside with a Carbon Air material inside on the back of the suit with the tape inside. Something along those lines I think would further advance what is without doubt a great suit. If you are a big Arena fan and you want a suit for sprinting, then I think this is your must-go, must-have option from Arena today. It's by far better than the Glide at shorter distances, which is a much more mobile, comfortable suit that you might want to spend a whole day in or do a 400 iron or a 1503 in. And it definitely has high compression and more kick support and more pop than the Carbon Air. It's great to see that Arena are definitely going in the right direction with their suits, but I still think refinements can be had. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do leave a thumbs up. You can check me out on Instagram at theswimsuitguy95, and please do subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next video.